Macmillan Audio presents The Other Daughter by Lauren Willig. Read for you by Nicola Barber. Chapter 1.
Can we go look? Can we go look? Can we go look?
8-year-old Amélie tugged at Rachel's hand, pulling her towards the stairs.
I don't see what the point is of looking at a party you can't go to,
said 13-year-old Albertine crossly.
English, please,
said Rachel automatically. The girls were meant to speak English when they were with her. The Countess had been very clear about that. If it was a rule Rachel enforced somewhat selectively, that, she decided, was a matter for her own conscience. Besides, she told herself virtuously, Albertine was meant to be speaking in English. If she refused to do so, well, then she would just have to be silent. And thank heavens for that.
The dresses are so jolies,
said 10-year-old Anne-Marie wistfully.
English, please,
mimicked Albertine in heavily accented English. Anne-Marie's spectacles wobbled on the tip of her nose. Rachel pushed them up for her. You're right, Amy. The dresses are jolly, and I don't see the harm in looking, so long as we stay out of sight. It was the annual Easter ball at the Château de Briac, home of the Comte de Briac from time immemorial, or at least as long as anyone had stopped to think about it. The Briacs generally didn't. They preferred to spend their time in Paris, where the Count could concentrate on his amours, and the Countess on her close personal relationship with several expensive couturiers, all of whom vied for the honour of upholstering her angular frame. When the Comte and Comtesse did return to Briac, it was on a wave of strong scent, accompanied invariably by a party of persons from that alien and sophisticated world. Rooms would be aired and dust sheets thrown off, and Amélie, Anne-Marie and Albertine would creep down to their favourite viewing post, 5 balusters to the left at the top of the gallery. A more superior sort of governess might have told them no, might have shooed them away back to the nursery. But Rachel had never seen the point in crushing all the joy out of her charges' lives, and if looking down upon a sea of perfectly coiffed heads made them happy, what was the harm? If they showed any signs of mischief, she would sweep them away, back to the nursery. Rachel doubted it would be necessary. Neither Anne-Marie nor Amélie was the water balloon dropping sort, and Albertine's own particular brand of malice took less physical forms. After 7 years of nursery governessing, Rachel counted herself something of an expert. Anne-Marie and Amélie were pressed close together by the balusters, Albertine lurking behind, trying to pretend haughty indifference, although her eyes were as wide as the others. Rachel joined them at the rail, spying shamelessly. What was the point, after all, of living in the houses of one's betters if one couldn't enjoy a little vicarious glamour? Below, the great marble stairs had been banked with flowers. The Count and Countess, the latter decked out en grande tenue, diamonds glittering everywhere diamonds could possibly glitter, stood receiving their guests. The hall where Amélie liked to go sliding in her stockings on rainy days was busy with the high chirp of voices, the clatter of beads on silk, the flash of military orders. Somewhere, Rachel knew, beyond the gallery, there were musicians in the ballroom. There was a supper laid out in the dining room, and other rooms devoted to cards or repairing one's gown, and heaven only knew what else. But all that lay beyond, out of view of the balusters.
When I am grown, said Amélie complacently, I shall go to a ball every night.
Rachel stifled a grin. Yes, I expect you shall, but only if you remember to wash behind your ears. Clean ears are crucial for countesses. Amelie's spine straightened a little.
But of course,
she said grandly, as though she hadn't raised holy hell in the bathtub yesterday when confronted with the dreaded washcloth.
And many jewels.
Rubies or emeralds.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?